consecutive videos. And if you guys are wondering, usually I would have posted a little earlier today, but I had to finish some stuff because I had homework, I had to finish a project, all that. And I've been doing my project all day pretty much, even at school. But it's okay, it was just a reading project. It wasn't that hard though. And yeah. So, this is what if Naruto was OP. Which I think if you give Naruto any power, somehow he's gonna turn OP. But I'm just taking one of the most OP characters from the story, from Tokyo Ghoul, and I gave him his powers. If you guys probably know throughout my other videos, it was supposed to be named something different, but I kind of just started adding crap in the middle of it. So I just came up with this series without unintentionally. My original series was going to be like, what if Naruto was invincible, or what if Naruto was like Gaara? That's kind of what Gaara's ability is. But yeah. So I'm pretty sure I left off on the Lee fight. So, and I'm pretty sure I skipped over the little smart test exam, the smarts and stuff like that. And I'll just hop right into the forest of death. So the forest of death. What exactly happened in this? In a what if scenario like this? We already know he's strong. And I went over that he had some kind of ability to tag people and teleport to them. I think I might have went over like this part. I'm not sure. But if I did, I'm thinking that I did do a part of this. I think I didn't like it. But give me a second. Okay, I think I left off where I was saying that I'm pretty sure I already did this part of the what if, but I didn't like it. But what Naruto developed was an ability to tag people with his shadows. This is also taken from solo leveling, the shadow part. Because solo leveling, the main character could like tag people with the monsters, and he can like teleport to them pretty much. But he doesn't have monsters or anything like that. But yeah. So he goes sensing around for the opposite scroll of theirs, pretty much, like a different feeling scroll. And yeah, different feeling scrolls, and pretty much he found somebody, and he just like stretched out his shadow. Pretty much, it looked like, I'm gonna say, Shikamaru. I can only remember their names because of Inoshiko-cho. But yeah, because he's like, what is that? Is that like shadow possession? Because you can tell that it's similar to their Gekkei Genkai. Not sure if it's a Gekkei Genkai or if it's like a specialty of the Shika clan. I have no clue. Himself, I'm not completely sure, but he says I'll look up that later. Let me see what that is. But he sees like a dark symbol or like a light symbol appear on the person's shadow, and that's when he tells Choji and Ino, look at that, while Naruto is placing a seal telling them that we should probably stay away from him and stuff like that because it seems like he can mark people. And that's when he walks back to Sasuke and Sakura. And Sakura's like, what was that? You're not supposed to do that until we get inside the area. They never specifically told us, he says, that we can't do that. And because of Naruto able to defeat Lee, I'm going to say Sasuke has even more a will to get stronger and fight. So that'll play a key part later on in breaks and stuff. But when are they walking? I'm going to say he touches Sasuke, which I'm going to say whenever they see him about to disappear, Sakura jumps onto Sasuke, thinking that she can grab him and teleport with them. But what happens is that Sasuke pretty much disappears into a shadow and she's left there all alone. That's whenever him and Naruto appear behind the one dude, which I'll say he was the leader, so that's why he had the scroll. And so he's in front, and that's whenever two sees Sasuke, or Sasuke takes down the dude while Naruto runs in the back, and pretty much just grabs them in the throat, shocking them. And yeah, I'm drinking because I'm thirsty. And that's when he teleports back to the spot, which Sakura's still staying there, and she sees a mark appear on the spot, and Sasuke and him appearing again with another scroll. And that's when they said, done, we should probably get to the tower and stuff. Naruto says yes, but this will take a little longer, because there is a limit on how far Naruto can teleport and stuff like that. And this move will be played in a different way later on, just to tell you. Like, this will be like something really special. This ability. If you can name a yokai, yes, a yokai. Not sure if you guys know, like, any yokais, but this is something that I randomly knew. That has the ability of, like, illusions, kind of. And he's referred as the moon sometimes, because it seems like the moon's in the pond, but if you try to touch it, it just ripples away. Yeah, also, wait, there's an anime with a character, yokai. It was the Nura clan. Yeah, that was it, okay. Because I think how I knew that was because I, like, searched up that yokai from it. The third Air's yokai form. To see what it actually is. But, yeah. So they're heading straight for the central area. And this is whenever Naruto, I want to say, creates a shotgun and tells them they have to go somewhere. And they don't really pay no mind because they know how strong he is and stuff. So he uses his bathroom, but whenever the ninja starts jumping, what he does is that he still has his armor on and stuff. Or no, he doesn't have it on because that would be like really sharp, if you know what I mean. But he activates the armor around his hand, and he stabs his hand into somebody's chest, and then he sees the other one. I'll move this over here. He sees the other two over there. That's whenever it turns into a, like, cylinder hand thing, and he shoots at them. And he runs up, activating a spear, stabbing through one's shoulder, grabbing the other one in the neck, shocking him. And the dude's shoulder also gets shocked because the spear also had some kind of, like, shocking power. But yeah, that happens, and he's like coming back, and I'm gonna say whenever the snake comes, he says whatever, and takes a kunai and uses electricity and chucks it straight through the head of it. If you guys notice, I use electricity a lot because that's like the specialty of this character on this, because all of his weapons use electricity a lot. So I'm gonna just be like using electricity a lot. And yeah. And I can't give him the Chidori because there's actually evidence behind the Chidori that states how people without like eye dojutsus that increase their vision can't use it. Like, the only two dojutsus I know that can use the Chidori is, of course, actually, it's like all of them. The Tenseigan, the Rinnegan. I'm pretty sure the Rinnegan gives them like a Sharingan vision. The Sharingan and the Byakugan. And I guess you can say the Jogan, because I think it has the same, it says it's stronger than the Byakugan, and it does have that 360 degrees sight, which I don't think I can comprehend how you can see like that. It feels kind of weird if I think about it, but yeah. But yeah, so he teleports back after that, and this is where he's coming back, and whenever he's about to appear, he feels bloodlust, and that's whenever he instantly activates his gigantic sword and his weapon completely. And that's whenever he sees this dude, or this girl looking guy, I have no clue what he was supposed to imitate, but this girl and stuff like that, or I don't know, I'm gonna call him guy because I can't handle it. Even if all the other forms he looks like a guy, except one of them. But yeah, and this is whenever he says I gave him, did I give him wood style? I think I did, yeah. This is whenever he already can tell how strong he is. Even if he's not going full out, showing his full power, he knows how strong he can be if he goes full out. He says wood style, wood spiking dome. It's like a spear and a shield combo move, pretty much. If you guys get like that thing where people are, you know how in My Hero Academia where they're like starting to implement the spear and the shield a lot for some reason. I just noticed that. I had to point that out in the show and everything. So I kind of gonna like say that a lot. I'm influenced really easily. But yeah. And pretty much what this does is that there's like these spikes around it, but anything that comes close enough to it, it would shoot smaller spikes out of it, kind of how Gaara's defense is. It's trying to impale all of them. And these can like create even a bigger dome around them with spikes everywhere, pretty much. And yeah. That's whenever he says that we have to get out of here. And I'm gonna say, I never really implemented this, but I'm gonna say Sakura and Sasuke have been training a little bit more. Sakura, I'm gonna say, looking more genjutsu, but she did learn the earth style with her saying, because there's not really a style for this. I guess there would be, but she says earth style boiling coal, which I would say it would work on wood because we've seen them use earth style on wood before. But it doesn't really control it. It just lets them seep into it pretty much. And stuff like that. And she grabs them Or, yeah, she does that. And that's when he says that was dumb because I can teleport you anywhere around here. And she hears that and she's like, what are you talking about, Naruto? I'd say, okay. But I know you guys don't like me checking it, but I just had to check the time because it felt like a while. But yeah, and he teleports Sasuke out. And that's whenever they see Orochimaru shoot like that fire style at it. And yeah, that's whenever Wire appears over Orochimaru from Sasuke, trying to grab him, burn him, and stuff like that. And it's the same thing how it turns into mud. But whenever the snakehead's trying to go and grab him, what I'm gonna say happens is that Naruto, you just see Naruto do some hand signs with the wood though that he created, instantly turns into with a wood dragon biting Orochimaru's neck whilst sucking out chakra from him. The chakra that he was gonna use for for Chris March it's actually Sage chakra. I'm pretty sure it's called. I'm pretty sure it is Sage chakra. He sucks this out, and that's whenever all chakra from gets sucked out gets put into Naruto. So what happens is that Naruto pretty much gets enveloped by a semi-Chris Mark kind of. It's kind of how I've been doing how Sasuke gets like a half Chris Mark. That's what happens to Naruto, giving him the Sage 2 mark, which I'm just gonna say is using his chakra natures and all that, just covering his body pretty much, and his body features turning into more of a wolf-like creature with 3 tails, I'm gonna say. What I mean by chakra nature, so you know how he has lightning, water, and wind. So it's gonna start out with water, and it'll go to I don't know how to put this in the combo, but it'll be water definitely, wind, but like solid wind looking, and then like spread out lightning on the end, kind of like a weird shape around his claws. So it almost looks like he has a chakra 9-tail form, like element 9-tail form and stuff like that. And if I didn't give him like the 9 tails yet, I'm pretty sure I didn't, but that'll be implemented later on, and that's gonna be, wait, I'll just finish it. And this happens, and that's when Orochimaru says dang it, and goes to activate another Chris Mark, corresponding Sasuke, but Naruto in this amped up form, increasing his power, because he's seen how Sasuke's punches barely did do damage to Naruto, but they were at like the same strength right then whenever those punches, but all of a sudden their Sasuke's punches got way stronger and pretty much could hurt Naruto a lot. And just imagine that with a Naruto that can already probably punch through somebody, punch through like an average ninja if he really wanted to. And he goes over with his weapon not activated, with, I'm going to say, just his sword activated, he slices off Orochimaru's neck, but Orochimaru does that skid thing, and he disappears, his body does, and he says he's still alive. And this is whenever Naruto's Chris Marks depletes, pretty much, and he's back to his normal mode, but he says to them that I'll take us somewhere where there's nobody around. I have to sleep for a bit and get this chakra under control. He does teleport into the same tree, I'm just gonna say. With Sasuke, given that he got to the half Chris Mark, he has enough energy to stay awake because he he has like the curse mark without the reproduction, which the ones with the reproduction is stronger. I'm saying it so wrong, I'm sorry. But this one's still just almost as strong. Almost as it's just as strong, but and stuff like that. A few minutes later, Sasuke passes out. I'm just gonna say, and that's gonna be it for this video.